gotta keep yeah. Keep it a secret. If I sneak out every show, will you tell me you better know? I tell you I'm better though. Tryna get medical, physical, tryna get into you. Questions like interviews, fuck the subliminals. We fuck, I remember you. And shit that I meant to do. Money I spend on you. So who you roll through the city with? When them drink got you feeling.
Hey guys, so today we are reviewing the most controversial palette I have ever seen in the history of YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all social media. Like, this palette has had the most drama I've ever seen in my life. And it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture Palette. And it looks like this. Today I used 10 out of the 14 shades. And I'm just gonna wait and leave my review until the end. So I'm just gonna show you how I created this look, and I do talk about what's difficult with it and what's not throughout creating this look, but I give my full-blown opinion at the end. So just watch the video to the end if you want to see what I thought about this palette. If you would like to and you're new, my name is Micaylah. Welcome to my channel, and subscribe at the button down below. And if you're already subscribed and you haven't already, click the notification bell to be notified when I upload a video. And be sure to follow me on Instagram because I post way many more makeup looks there. So I will leave my Instagram handle down below, and let's just get into the demo and review of this palette. So first, what I did was I went straight in, instead of starting with, like, you know, a brown or like a neutral shade or a yellow, one of the yellows in my crease. I just went straight in with this navy military green shade called Destiny. And I don't know about you, but I only do this is how I do all my shadows. I don't swirl my brush. I don't pick up. I don't dab like that. I just dab once. Like, there's barely any fallout when I do that. There is fallout, but not what you've seen, to be honest. Like, I feel like I don't want to come for anybody. I'm not throwing shade, but I feel like a lot of people are doing that just to, you know, make a point. So we're just gonna go straight in with Destiny and put that in our crease as our transition shade. That's what I did differently. I put that as my transition shade. And for a base, I used this Mayron highlight and contour palette. I just used this shade right here, and I set it with the Rimmel Instant Fix and Matte translucent powder. I don't have it in front of me. Unfortunately, it's in my drawer behind me and I don't want to get it out. So, but yeah, that's what I used as a base. So I really used something that was really thin and really like, it was thin, and I made sure the powder was finely milled. So make sure you use a finely milled powder just to make sure you won't have patches in your makeup. So I'm just gonna go right in with it. I'm not gonna talk while I'm doing this because I did concentrate very hardly just so I won't mess it up, because I feel like this is a palette for people that aren't beginners, you know. Just gonna go in with my Sigma E35 and put that in my crease. And you can already see how pigmented this shade is. But I only tapped in once just to make sure it's light. And I'm putting that in the outer crease and the inner crease because I'm gonna do a halo because I love halos. I never do them ever anymore. And I feel like they are very easy, but they look very, 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 very sophisticated. So this is a look for that anybody can create. See, this is just like one little tap in the powder, and right here, it might not look blended out, but that is my brow bone because my scar was, I did say this in one of my last videos, I think I haven't even put it up yet. This scar and all the tissue, like pretty much I got an eye lift, and my eyebrow bone always catches the shadow, so it is blended out. It just doesn't look like it. See, look, when I look up, it is blended out, but when I look down, it's not. So that is just from my issue, but I usually hide it as I build up my eyeshadow. So But it is blending out. I'm not having any trouble blending, and I'm not saying this because I want to be nice to the brand. I am a smaller account, so yeah. I don't know. I got sick of seeing everybody's opinions, so I grabbed the last one in Sephora and got it. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep building that up until I have it. Again, I just dabbed one time in there and blended it in my crease. And these blend out, literally, they really blend out for you. It is very different from any eyeshadow that I have ever used, though, I'm not gonna lie. But it's not, and I don't have any fallout, like none. Like, I have no fallout right now. So yeah, and then what I did was I went into Untamed with this Morphe MB26 brush, one dab, and I built it up in the inner and outer corner of my lid. But with these eyeshadows, you really want to be careful. And you want to really just like, a little goes a long way. So the least you have on your brush, the better. And then I'm just going to take that Sigma brush that I use for Destiny and just blend out the edges. I'm just going to go back and forth, back and forth. Now with this Untamed shade, it is a little bit more difficult to blend, but I got it blended, so. And now I am going to go back into Destiny and use it to blend out those edges even softer. Okay, next we're going to go in with Access on this same Morphe brush, and we're going to build up those inner and outer corners even more. It is so quiet in my house right now, and it's really, really peaceful. Like, it hasn't been this quiet in a long time. It's I don't know. The air conditioner's off, but it's not hot. My dogs aren't barking. None of the TVs are on. It's just peaceful. And I always wet my brushes when I use a shimmer. So I took Adorn and I sprayed on this is a Morphe M170-4 brush. And I just sprayed some Pixie makeup fixing mist on this brush and dipped into Adorn, which is this color right here. And honestly, I've never seen a shadow like this. It's like cream. Like, it's so creamy and I kind of love it. So I'm just gonna pop this in the middle of my lid. And then what I did, I took my finger and I went above all of this right here. I didn't know if I wanted to do a closed off halo or an open one, so I just played around, and I like the open halos a lot lately, so that's what I did. And then I took Destiny with this Morphe MB26 brush and I blended the Adorn and Untamed and Access colors together. And these shadows, honestly, I feel like they layer really good because of the pigmentation. Like, I just put, you can't even, like, I don't know, I really like it. I do. And I didn't do a first impression on it. Like, I didn't just go in with it because I really wanted to play with it and educate myself. So that's why I did that. And honestly, I don't know why people were being so hard on it. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Electric with my finger, and I'm going to, which is, oh, I'm not even pointing at it. This color right here. It is like a, it's like a glittery kind of color. I don't know, it's really hard to describe, but I'm gonna take Electric and put it over Adorn with my finger. just to give it a little bit more intensity and glitter. And then what I did is I took an angled brush. Well, we're gonna use this Sigma E65 brush. We're gonna spray it with Fix, well, not Fix Plus, I don't even own Fix Plus. We're gonna spray it with Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist. I can never remember that name. And no! We're going to go into Adorn, pick up a good amount, and we're gonna do a wing liner. And I don't know what made me want to do this, but it was a really good idea. Because honestly, it went right over the green, like perfect. Then next we're just going to use some Ardell Demi Wispies. And then I took this Sigma E37 and I dipped into New Wave. And just to create another gradient, I just lightly tapped it on the perimeter of my transition shade just to create some more depth. And I only did this over the green parts. So I didn't do it right here in the middle. I just did it over here. And I'm gonna do my base and then I'll be back to do the lower lash line with you guys, okay? And then before I blended it out, I wiped off this brush and I went into All Star because people say that this color changes, which it kind of does. It gets darker, but it's not really a big deal. And I put it right under the wing. And it looks crazy right now, right? This is where I kind of panicked. I was like, oh man, I just messed it all up. But I really didn't. I had to blend it out. And it took some work to blend out. I could say that. But it blended out. It blended out. Like, the worst was fallout, but like I said, it's not as much as people make it, to be honest. And this works with a bigger blending brush, to be honest. Not that one, because that one's dirty. Use this one. Okay, and then I took this brush I got from Wish and I dipped into Roxy. And I just blended everything out. Put it on the rest of my lower lash line. And that really tied the look together. And the Cube is the only shadow that I'm kind of disappointed in. But I want you to know, if you have the Urban Decay Alice Through the Looking Glass palette, you have Cube in there because it's Lily from that palette. So I have that palette, so I'm not really worried about Cube being not, you know, up to par. Like, it just like doesn't even come off. Like, I'm rubbing into Cube like really hard. This is all I get. Like, there's nothing there. And for my inner corner, I just went into Electric and dabbed it in there. And Electric does need to be built up some, but it's really pretty if you wet your brush. But I try just to build up my inner corners because, I don't know, my skin's just so rough in there. So I just really build it up. And for lips, since we used the Anastasia Subculture Palette, I'm just gonna go in with Anastasia's Sepia Liquid Lipstick. So here is the finished look using this palette. And okay, my honest thoughts is that it isn't beginner friendly. It's not beginner friendly. And I feel like people have over exaggerated because it is difficult to use. It really is. Like, I wouldn't have created this makeup look with, like I did with any other shadows. Like, I would go in with, you know, New Wave first usually and then use Destiny, but I've seen that people have a hard time with that, so I was like, hey, let's do Destiny and then let's like add New Wave. Like I do that with Paper Tiger from ColourPop and it works out fine. So I was like, let's just do that and see how it, you know, works. And it worked. I just feel like everybody has to find their own method to using this palette. Honestly, it is worth, like, I feel like this is worth $42 because it's pigmented. The colors are amazing. Like, I love the colors. The only one I am disappointed in is Cube because it has no color payoff. But like I said, I have an eyeshadow that can replace that, so it's not really a big deal to me. If you want to see another look using this palette, just leave a comment down below and let me know what colors you want me to use in this palette, and I will. I didn't dig into Dawn, Mercury, Edge, or Fudge. I digged into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I digged into 10 colors out of these 14 colors to create this look, and I'm actually liking this. Like, this is really pretty. I've never created something like this before, but yep. So if you want me to create more looks like this, just let me know in the comments down below. I like this palette. Like, this might be my new favorite palette, but you do have to learn how to use it like your own type of way to make it work. It is really hard to, it's really just hard to use. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it is hard to use, but not too hard where I couldn't use it, you know? And then the fallout issue, my palette is clean because I didn't dig into the shades and jam my brush in there. I was very delicate. This is a delicate palette, and I'm just gonna be blunt, and I feel like everybody was doing that to, you know, create an issue. So yeah, they're per Anastasia Beverly Hills. These are pure pigment eyeshadows, and they are more delicate than the Modern Renaissance, the Mario palette. Like, they're more delicate, so I feel like they have a different way to be used. So just learn how to use it in your own way, and I'm done rambling about it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe at the button down below if you're new. If not, and you already are subscribed, just leave a comment down below telling me what you want to see next, and click the notification bell so you don't miss another video of mine. So thank you for coming to watch, and I will see you in my next video.
You just gotta keep it a secret. I could trade verses with deacons. Got a nigga on the deep end. It get harder when I'm sleeping.